Right guys, welcome back to Royal Porthcawl, part 3, final part, last 6 holes. So, 23 points through 12 holes. Let's see if we can finish off strong. As you can probably hear on the mic, it's gotten quite windy. The rain seems to have gone, which is good. I lost my tee shot on that hole, 13th tee. Not going to lie, thought I actually hit a good one. I didn't. Hit a nice second though, so I'm just kind of having a pointless putt at the moment. Always nice to be nice and aggressive with the downhill pointless putt, which doesn't mean anything. You still lag it 2 feet short. So here we go, the final 6 holes at Royal Porthcawl. Luckily the rain disappeared after that middle patch in the round, but the wind really picked up, got some proper links wind over the last few holes, so apologies in advance for some of the audio, not much I can do about it. But in short, in this final part, obviously show you guys the last 6 holes, but also going to talk about why I love Royal Porthcawl as much as I do, as well as some of the other amazing golf courses, some of the best links golf courses in the world that you guys might want to keep an eye out for if you fancy your own South Wales golf tour. So firstly, why do I love Royal Porthcawl? Well, having just come off the final par 3 green of the course here on the 14th, on the 15th tee now, the par 3s are just magic. You got the 4th, which I was lucky enough to get an ace on back in the day with my dad. You got the 6th, which is just a flick with a wedge, but it's guarded by 6 pot bunkers and it's got a tiny little target to aim at. That was a gorgeous hole. Just all the par 3s are great. You know how I feel about these boring, modern, long 220-yard monsters. And the longest one here is the 4th, I think. I hit 4-iron there today, didn't quite get there, but if that's the longest iron you're going to be hitting into a par 3, I think it's good. And I think to have that mixture of that length with the little fiddly ones with the wedges, which are so well protected by these crazy pot bunkers, yeah, the par 3s here at Porthcawl are definitely one of the highlights of the course and something you should be looking out for if you come down here for a game. Right guys, after sniping one an absolute mile left off that tee, I'm not even going to go and look for that, it was literally 100 yards left of where I was aiming. It seems that, I don't know, is that lucky? Would I rather have been in there? I do think I can get to the green from there, but it's a weird lie and I'm just a bit scared of that. Right, I've got roughly 135-ish. Unless I thin this, I think I can get a wedge up near the green. I think this is very thinnable though, because it's sat like this. I'm not sure I'll be able to get down to the ball, but if I aim out the left, hopefully that sea breeze will bring it back a little bit. Oh god. Not the disaster that could have been, but just went completely under it. Puff ball. And while we're dealing with some issues created by these naturalised fairway bunkers, my second point as to why I love this golf course so much is just the look of it. I've always loved the look of the rugged, charming links golf course, but Porthcawl especially is one of the prettiest out there. And I love the fact that they've changed the bunkers to these naturalised looks for the fairway bunkers. They look really, really cool. And I love the fact that they've got that variety up by the green with the revetted bunkers too, which are just such a hallmark of any decent links course. As I said, the course just looks fantastic from start to finish, and there's so much variety as well. You start the first few holes down by the coast following that sea fence, and literally the only thing separating you from the beach is that fence. And then you kind of turn inland, you start making your way uphill towards the plateau near the top up there, where the course is just completely different, to be honest with you. Obviously you've still got all those classic links elements like the pot bunkers and things like that, and all the slopes and the mounds, but there's a lot more gorse and heather and stuff like that up towards that end of the course. And then there's kind of everything in between as you make your way up and down these slopes. So yeah, the look and feel of Porthcawl and the variety on offer from start to finish is definitely one of the plus points for this golf course. So the third thing I love about Royal Porthcawl are the elevation changes you see on some of the holes, like most notably on the par 5 fifth. Despite the massive dunes which line some fairways on lots of classic links courses, lots of them are in general quite flat overall, apart from obviously all the little subtle undulations that you get throughout the natural lay of the land. But here at Porthcawl there are quite a few very dramatic climbs and descents which really add to the challenge. And speaking of the challenge, another thing you'll notice at Royal Porthcawl is that unlike a lot of classic links courses which might follow that 9 out and 9 back pattern, where really on a normal day when the prevailing wind is doing its thing, you're only going to really experience 2 wind directions. Whereas at Porthcawl, the hole's kind of pointing in every direction on the compass pretty much. So depending on the wind, 1 minute you're going to be downwind, next minute you're going to be playing into wind, there'll be crosswinds, there'll be diagonal winds, which is really entertaining. It kind of keeps you on your feet from the very start of the course right the way through to the 18th green. That could be very good. Right, 17th green, I can't believe it's nearly all over. Lovely to be able to play a par 5 completely down chuff. I've absolutely launched from off the tee there, so I had mid-iron into the green. Luckily, I found the back left. I thought I'd hit a really nice one. You probably saw that arrogant little club as well. Apologies. But it just kept turning on the wind. Just skirted around those 2 bunkers down there through these dips and up onto the back edge of the green. Nearly hold it in a sprinkler. I'm just going to move that. And now I've got to putt down the green towards the sea, towards the Royal Porthcawl clubhouse. Does not get much better than this. Go. Still not quite brave enough to hit those downhill putts hard enough. I mean, I know I said in part 1 the greens aren't particularly quick on links courses all that often, so I need more practice basically. I need to play more links golf. That would be nice. Right, for the birdie, come on. Second one of the day. Had her a bit of respectability with the scorecard after the last few holes. Oh. What was that? Oh, that was so bad. Right, regrettably I've reached the 18th hole here at Royal Porthcawl. And now I've heard of infinity swimming pools, but have you heard of infinity golf holes? Because that is one. Amazing final hole here at Porthcawl. Teeing off, can't see the green, it's down over the crest of this hill. Not gonna lie, I think the clubhouse is in play on the left. Shouldn't be thinking about that really, but hopefully one more final decent driver. And then we'll get down there and we'll show you this spectacular last green at Porthcawl. Right, ball located after a decent drive up the left semi. I'll just walk you up to the top of this bunker, which is kind of blocking my view, and show you what we've got left in. This hole plays so much longer than the yard suggests. Half expected to clear the bunker, but yeah, playing down towards one of the most spectacular final greens I've ever seen. Right, I think that could be my round over, guys. I hit that pretty nicely, like out the middle, but so far right, with wind off the left as well. I think I'm over in this cabbage. Miles to the right of the 18th green, so I'm having a little cursory glance, but I'm not going to spend too long looking for it. My score's not that great anyway anymore. Yeah, this stuff is fairly thick over here. So just before I head into the clubhouse and tot up my score, show you guys around a little bit. It's an amazing place. I'm going to touch on my last point about why I love Royal Porthcawl so much, and that is the location, the setting. Obviously, many links golf courses get you pretty close to the sea on occasion, but very few get you that close. Very few keep you that close with such an amazingly stunning rocky coastline for 4 or 5 holes straight down the coast. And it's one of the only links courses I can think of where you get a view of the sea pretty much on every single hole, because the entire course, as I said, climbs up towards that corner near the 6th and 7th, and then you come all the way back down. So yeah, panoramic views from up there, incredibly close to the sea down here. For me, this is a special treat. As I said, I play most of my golf on a parkland course, or at least most of my social golf anyway, not the golf that you guys see me play. And yeah, it's just completely out of the norm for me to come to a course like this where the conditions are so different, and it's a very, very special treat to come to a course as prestigious as Royal Porthcawl. But anyway, lots of reasons to love it, and there's going to be lots more reasons to love it when I get into that clubhouse and have a bit of food and a drink maybe. But yeah, let's get in there, tot up a score, show you around a little bit more. Right guys, bad news. After a strong start, 13 points through the first 6, a slightly average middle when the rain came in to drop down to 23 through 12. I finished on 28. Nope, didn't finish on 29. Bit better, but still pretty pants considering the start. But anyway, got all 3 seasons in one day here at Royal Porthcawl. As I said, I'm going to show you my dormy room in a bit. I'm going to talk about some of the other golf courses you might be able to pair up with Royal Porthcawl that make this such an amazing option for a golf tour of South Wales. Right guys, as you can see, back in my dormy room for the evening. How cute is this? Just a couple of single beds, little TV, and a little private bathroom. I'll have a shower in a minute, I need one. And just to give you an idea of where these are, I think I'm directly above the pro shop, and the golf course is just over there. That's the clubhouse. Car park just here, so mega convenient for me tonight. And just before I go, let's talk about some of the other golf courses that you guys could play and pair up with Porthcawl. I know I've said it a few times in the video already, but this is an ideal course to put on a South Wales golf tour. Forgive me, I just had to dive into my phone for this because the list is actually quite long. You'd be surprised at how many top class courses Royal Porthcawl is pretty close to. As I said, you've got excuse me, you've got Pyle Kenfig just down the road. Other tours that we've got on the Your Golf Travel website right now, link obviously in the description of this video if you want to check that out. Pennard, absolutely amazing golf course. Quirky, I think, is a word to describe that. I described it the first time I played it as like playing golf on a grass covered moon. You're not going to find an even lie there, but the views are absolutely spectacular. It's a lot of fun. McInnes Peninsula, Jack Nicklaus course. I'm actually playing there tomorrow, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. That's another really fun golf course. Ashburnham, you'll have seen lots of these courses on Mark Crossfield's channel in the past. Tenby, Southern Down. There are just so many top class courses on the south coast of Wales that you can chuck into one big tour. Obviously find yourself some B&B accommodation and then just get some self-drive options together and head out and discover these amazing golf courses in South Wales. There are probably lots of others that I haven't mentioned so far in the video, but the list is pretty long. And yeah, if you stay tuned to the Wales tour, obviously I'm going to show you another one of these tomorrow. But yeah, same old thing applies. If you want any more information about a South Wales golf tour, all you need to do is email me at raymondo@yourgolftravel.com. Post some questions down below in the comment section. We can set up a bespoke tour for you of this amazing golf destination, which I think it's fair to say is criminally underrated. golf in Wales is equally as impressive as golf in England, Ireland, Scotland, etc. And for some reason, less people know about it, as far as I can tell. And I would fully recommend it, obviously, for special places like this, Royal Porthcawl, but there's, like I said, there's lots of other options as well. Thank you very much for watching that little mini series from Royal Porthcawl. I apologise for the weather. The rain made it tricky. The wind probably messed with the audio a little bit. Nothing I can do about that. I love this golf course. If you haven't already played it, it's an absolute must. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about that, really. Stay tuned for the rest of the Wales tour. As I said, I'm going to McInnes Peninsula tomorrow, and then I'm heading north. So it's not just the south coast of Wales that you guys need to be checking out. There are so many amazing golf courses, and there's a real cluster of them, just like there is down here in the south, right up in the north. And I'll be there towards the end of the week to show you guys what it's all about. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.